Hey everyone, today we're diving into something that's working for you 24/7, a silent protector you probably don't think about much. We're talking about your liver and some of the hidden dangers in our everyday habits that could be putting it at risk.
So just think about your day so far. You know, that morning coffee, what you had for lunch, maybe that afternoon snack. Now, what if something in that totally normal routine, something that seems completely harmless, was actually causing slow, steady damage to one of your most vital organs, and you had absolutely no idea? It's a pretty startling thought, right? But a really important one.
And that organ we're talking about? It's your liver. We honestly don't give it much thought, but this thing is one of the hardest working, most resilient parts of our entire body. It's always on, working behind the scenes to keep us healthy and strong.
So what's its job description exactly? Well, think of it as the ultimate multitasker. It's your body's main filtration system, cleaning out all the gunk. It's like a power bank, storing energy and releasing it when you need it. And it's a huge player in digestion. It's an absolute powerhouse, plain and simple.
Now, when we talk about things that can damage the liver, one thing probably jumps to mind for pretty much everyone. So let's start with the obvious culprit, alcohol. It's a risk we all know about, but there are a few details here that are super important to get. And here's the key thing to take away: even small amounts. A lot of people think liver damage is only a problem for, really heavy drinkers. But what the research shows is that consistent daily drinking, even if it's just a little bit, can lead to fat building up in the liver. It can cause inflammation, and over time, it seriously increases the risk of cirrhosis. And that's permanent scarring, not something you want.
Okay, so maybe you're sitting there thinking, all right, I'm in the clear, I barely drink. And that's fair, but it leads to a really crucial question. Is alcohol the only thing we need to worry about? If you avoid it, is your liver automatically safe? Well, the answer might actually surprise you.
And that brings us to what we could call the hidden enemy. See, it turns out there's another really common substance in our lives that can be just as hard on our liver, and that's sugar. Yep, this is the one that catches so many of us completely off guard.
So how does this even happen? How does a sweet tooth hurt your liver? Well, it's a pretty simple but kind of scary four-step chain reaction. When we eat a ton of sugar or processed foods, our liver has to go into overdrive to deal with it all. And it just can't use all that sugar for energy. So what does it do? It converts the extra into fat. And then that fat gets stored right back in the liver, which over time really damages its ability to do its job.
Let's just let that sink in for a second. Whether it's from alcohol or from sugar, this damage is happening inside the one liver you will ever have. It's a vital, completely irreplaceable organ that's under assault from some of our most common everyday habits. Okay, but here is the really good news. This is not a lost cause, not even close. We can take simple, proactive steps to protect our liver. This isn't about some radical, crazy lifestyle change. It's all about making smart, daily choices. So, let's get into your liver's rescue plan.
And the plan is incredibly straightforward. Really, it's just a simple balance sheet for a happier liver. On one side, you've got the protect column: drink plenty of water, eat more whole foods like fruits and veggies. And on the other side, the limit column: just be mindful of the things that overload it: alcohol, sugary drinks, and all those processed foods.
And you really don't have to change everything all at once. This quote from the source material just nails it. Small changes every day can make a huge difference. It's so true. Swapping just one soda for a glass of water, or adding a side of vegetables to your dinner, these tiny actions, when you do them consistently, they really compound and make a massive impact over time. Ultimately, it all comes down to a simple truth. Your liver works so hard for you every single minute of every single day. So the responsibility is kind of on us to give it the support it needs to keep doing its thing. Taking care of it now is a real investment in your long-term health, and you want to do it before any potential damage gets too serious.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. Knowing how hard your liver works for you, 24/7, never taking a break, what's one small, totally achievable change you can make for it starting today?